Hello troopers, it's about time that I released a video to let you know what the hell is going on and why you haven't seen or heard from me for months and months. No videos, no live streams, no nothing. First of all, there's my job. As you know, I work full time, and although I'm really enjoying everything, the work has picked up a lot more recently. Different things are happening, and it just means that I'm a lot more busy at work during the day and often doing things in evenings as well and weekends for work, but also it means that I'm going to be a lot more tired after a day's work because there's just so much more to do. It is really good to be busy, don't get me wrong, it's fine, but it does mean that I am a lot more drained in the evenings and at weekends, and that obviously has a knock-on effect to wanting to produce, or not wanting to produce, any sort of videos and things. Second of all, health. Yay! So you know I've got bad wrists. Luckily, they've actually been okay for the past year or so, give or take. And that means that I'm able to work a lot better, which is brilliant. And obviously I don't want to run the risk of playing too much and, you know, doing lots of extracurricular activities and ruining them again, but they're okay for now. The main thing is my neck. You'll remember last year, one of the main reasons a few times that I stopped playing games and doing streams was because of my neck, whether that's just from sitting at a desk for too long or whatever, I don't know, but it was definitely exacerbated by playing scary games. It's a little bit better again now, but it did get worse last kind of autumn, winter time, and when all I do as the bulk of my job is either lug equipment around or sit at a desk all day, that doesn't really help my neck's kind of tension and stuff. Then you add into that playing scary games or playing games even that I'm just getting really into and stressed out about, and the tension and the stress on my neck is just insane. And that's why I'm sure it's been such a problem last year and continues to be a problem whenever I, get that kind of stress response. So at the moment, whenever I'm playing games, especially scary games, it does not couple well with the tension in my neck, and so there's yet another reason that I haven't been doing those recently. It'll also be worth mentioning that I've got some other little commitments I now have to deal with. Misty! Misty! Hello, little bubba. Hello, little bubba. Oh, you're purring. Yeah, so we've got two cats. That's the little baby, Misty, and we've also got the mother cat called Luna. She is 1 year old, and we have the two of them now, and I look forward to introducing you more to them, but they have taken up a lot of time recently, what with their own health issues and settling in and that kind of thing. So around everything else, that's also been quite a big part of what's been going on recently. Anyway, back to me again. It's all about me. You'll remember last year I played a few different scary streams. Once we got to Outlast 2, that was quite a while ago, right? Once we got to that, and then from then on, sometimes when I'd finish a stream, despite having enjoyed it and had a really good time with you all, I would get to a state in the evening where presumably the adrenaline surging through my body, going nowhere, and the constant juns and constant scares that kept happening, apart from the neck thing, I just found myself sitting down after a stream to watch the TV with Scarlett, and I just had wave after wave after wave of really heavy anxiety, and it wouldn't go away for hours and hours, sometimes even a couple of days. And that's just from having that constant barrage of scares. So yet again, I'm sort of saying scary games weren't helping. And of course, we all remember the whiplash. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Ow. Okay. Okay, shit. So you've got the physical health part of it, and then also the mental health part of it. And as part of that whole mental health thing, you hear people on YouTube talk about this a lot, but once you've had to take a break for whatever reason, we were decorating the house and I was so tired after that and starting new things at work that meant that I was just exhausted and I just couldn't bring myself to do so many things, let alone sit in front of the computer and do all that kind of stuff. But after having taken such a long time away from that, I've kind of been hitting this weird block, this kind of, again, anxiety, just to sort of, you could call it performance anxiety, I suppose, where the idea of sitting down in front of all of you guys and starting to do streams again, as nice as you all are, because you all are, and I know how loving and welcoming and kind and accepting and generous and tolerant you all are, but the idea of sitting down and starting doing something like that, I've thought about it a few times and just gone, oh, that's terrifying. There's something scary about that. And even doing this video has taken me, what, 2 months? It's something I'm sure I'll get over. It's just at the moment I'm just feeling a little bit nervous about the whole thing. Just on top of everything else. It's just an extra thing that I can't quite fit in and slot in, both like physically, time-wise, and also mentally into my entire workflow at the moment. I've never really considered myself a YouTube influencer or like a personality or creator, you know, all these ridiculous words. I just consider myself a person that just does stuff for YouTube. Even so, I do feel like there is a kind of, not schedule that I would have to keep up, but I can't just do like a throwaway little video and then be done with it. Once I start doing a project or start doing something like that, this is why I go through these long phases of playing games for YouTube and then not playing games for YouTube for such long periods each time, just because I have this sort of, I guess you could say, slightly purist mentality. It's the same reason that I don't start a new TV series until I know I've got time to really get to grips with it and play a lot of it. You know, there's so much coming out in terms of games, streaming platforms, you know, even features within streaming platforms. And I don't watch any Let's Players at the moment, and I haven't done for a long time. And so I feel kind of out of the loop of the whole thing. And if I'm going to do videos, I want to make sure that they're right, and that I want, not for anyone else, like not by anyone else's standards, but I want to make sure that I can do something that I sort of feel good about. And being out of that loop kind of detracts from that a little bit and makes it harder to do that, if that makes sense. I get that people would like me to do little bits here and there rather than committing wholly to it. I mean, you know, I've taken hiatuses before and they last a long time, and then I come back for a long time, and then I go away again for a long time. And that's kind of just how I work and how it happens, I'm afraid. I can't find any satisfaction in doing things piecemeal like that, if that makes sense. I know you guys would probably enjoy it somewhat, but I can't justify doing that. I can't get any enjoyment out of doing tiny little pieces. And that's to say, I don't feel pressure from you all, but I do feel like I need to explain, and that's what this entire video is all about and why I'm letting you know where I am on things. I just need some time away from YouTube from time to time, like I did a couple of years ago, and then last year, and now. I suppose you could say like I'm becoming very hiatus focused. Hopefully not, you know, the biggest hiatus ever in existence. You just go away. Because I wouldn't wish one more of those upon anyone. So again, I don't feel pressure from you guys, but I do feel a certain level of responsibility, considering I've created loads of stuff before, and then once you do all of that and you get into this kind of pattern and this schedule of playing and streaming and stuff, suddenly you go, oh my god, like something changes, and how do I stop doing that? How do I suddenly do what feels better for me personally without either pissing off or upsetting people or confusing people, you know? I just wanted to let you know why what's going on is going on. You know, everything's fine, I'm fine, Scarlett's fine, she's just gone off to work. Everything is going really well, but I just need some time. These things happen in life, and I know you guys all have the same thing. You are all so supportive, and I want to say it's not you, it's me. So while I can't give you any promises or ideas even of like when or if it's gonna suddenly have another stream start coming up, I do keep on coming back, and I'm sure I will again, but I can't give you any sort of firm ideas now. Everything's just sort of too much in flux for me to really know. And who knows, maybe one evening I'll just sort of go, you know what, I really fancy a nice big game of Jackbox, or I fancy just playing this game through. If and when I do start doing stuff again, it might be in a slightly different format. As I've said, I might have to start getting away from the scary games. I remember catching myself saying to people last year, just people at work and people in my family, I can't carry on doing the scary stuff. And I know this is a trend with a lot of scary YouTube players. It's just not sustainable. And I know I'm only, in my early 30s, but I am starting to see the bad repercussions of playing scary games like that. So it's not great, and I need to sort that out. So while it does feel like such a waste of a wonderful community, because you really are, I keep always saying that, you are the best, the absolute bee's knees. But in this instance, I sort of feel I have to put myself first and get my life in just the particular way that I want. I've only got one life, so I need to make sure that I put it all in the right place. So while that sounds a little bit selfish, I'm sure you understand where I'm coming from, and I hope you can forgive me for leaving this this update video for such a long time. And whenever I might end up creating videos or doing live streams again, I would be honoured if any of you at all would still be interested in coming to watch. You are the guys that make this whole thing what it is, and so yeah, I can't thank you all enough for all your support over all the years, and for whatever comes in the future. So until next time, it's Storpey over and out.